Jim Perry along with Barrett Shupe. Coach, congratulations on the first 3 games of the season. 2-1 start. How do you feel about the 3 games you've played?
I feel really good about where we're at. I feel better about us after the Berryhill game than I did before.
But you lost that game. So
yeah, we lost. Doesn't make any sense to anyone. Had adversity, had momentum swings, had all the things that make for a great high school game. I think it validated that we still got a chance to be pretty good. The first 2 wins were great, don't get me wrong, but we were sloppy, just wasn't clean. And then I thought the other night we stepped up in spots that we'd been struggling, made some plays. Berryhill made plays, 8 lead changes. I just think it was a great game, and I feel better about kind of our grit and resolve after going through something like that.
Tell me about Cleveland coming up this week.
A really good team. I think they do a great. Their strength to me is their defensive line, their quarterback, and I think the quarterback does a great job for them on offense. He'll pull it if you bite on the run. He'll throw it behind you a little bit, and then distributes it well out in the flat. And then I think defensively, I think their front seven's pretty good, and we've got our work cut out for us to block them.
They beat you over there a few years ago. They kicked a field goal late, or they scored a touchdown late and beat you. Your team has really come a long way since that. Your program has come a long way since that happened. What was the key to that?
I think just after that game, the big deal is you keep working at it, and you keep plugging away, and you keep just grinding. And our kids have really done a great job from that point on of just not letting previous things dictate the current state of what we're in. And I think that'll be huge for us to continue because, come off loss to Berryhill. Some people think we're down, but I'm as excited as I have been in a while just because I saw a lot of things out there that are positive. And the first step in that is preparing for Cleveland and go and find a way to win.
We talked a couple of years ago, you were 8-0 and you went to Seminole and got beat. 1 loss turned into 3 losses. How do you prevent that from happening now?
I think it's good when it happened now. I think late in the season, when you're 7-0, 8-0, I think teams just kind of start to hold on for that concept of, hey, we could be 10-0. Are we really playing to win, or are we playing not to lose? And I think the other night we played to win. We took some chances. They didn't turn out, but I think the kids learn in the process, hey, I can do things better. I can dig a little deeper. I have more in me than I thought I had. And when we get in that position again, we can handle it better.
Your passing game came along a little bit the other night.
Yeah. We worked during the week. We took some things out, and we kind of scaled it back, and we got real simple. And our deal was get some easy throws for Cade early, and we did that. And then he got some confidence. Then we added some things as we went along, and he did great. And I think that's the key. And our receivers ran good routes, caught the ball. O-line did a good job protecting. So we felt like it's going to come. It's just, if you've never played quarterback, I don't really take a lot of suggestions from people that have never played the position because it's different. I played it, and Cade's going through it, and until you get more reps and the game slows down, it can be really tough. And what's weird is against a really good team, the game started to slow down for him versus the first couple games it was going fast.
We hear people talk about the game slows down. What does that mean?
I think you're in tune with what's going on around you. And he understood pre-snap what we wanted. He found matchups before we even snapped the ball. He understood where protection was. So to me, once you have those things, then all you got to do is deliver the ball. And he did that. And then within that, he made reads during the play, and we weren't getting much of that accomplished before. And we spent a lot of time, me and him, and then Coach Bull and him throughout the week watching film and just really getting a feel for what we wanted, and he did a wonderful job.
The 2 guys on the outside that he has to throw to are pretty special.
Hey, teams have to make a decision. So we can dictate kind of where you line up, and that was the process of teaching that to Cade. We had those things early in the year too, but it's just a process of him learning and understanding when taking what the defense gives you. And I thought he did a good job the other night of recognizing it and delivering. And those 2 guys are special. They make a lot of plays.
Corey Riley ran for 150-something, though. He had a good night.
Great game. The O-line did a great job opening up holes. I thought, you go back to the game, we had 2 drives where we drive it deep into their territory and don't score. If we had to do it all over again, we definitely want to punch that in. Corey and Matthew Yates are a nice little 1-2 punch that we have going right now. With our O-line just getting better and better, I'm excited to see what we can do.
We've talked about this for 2 or 3 years now, is your depth. this year you have to struggle a little bit with
Yes.
depth. Do you see that coming along, or what?
Yeah, I see it come along, and I think as a staff, we're so used to what we had the last 3 years, we are having to make adjustments week to week, and we got to do a good job. That's one of our goals this week, to space certain things out and get younger guys in there in certain spots in the first, second, third quarter. That way, in the fourth quarter, we are full strength with our best, and make sure we've got some rest, because plays add up. Plays just add up. It's the way it is, and us and Berryhill were kind of flopped the other night. They had a bunch of one-way players. We had the two-way players. The year before, it was just switched, and I think that stuff shows up at the end of the game, but it's something that we'll have to play through. It's no excuse. It is what it is. You don't get to put an asterisk by the score. So we've got to find a way to dig deep. And I thought the kids realized that it was a full four-quarter game. And I think they would be able to tell you, hey, there's spots where we can conserve some energy for later in the game.
And you defeated Perkins Tryon. You also defeated Manford. That bunch you played last week was a really good football team.
I think their quarterback is exceptional, and I think they're going to make a run. I do, because they're really good. And when you have great quarterback play like him, you got a chance on every single play to do something, because they've got great skill kids. They got a great O-line. Their defense will get better and better. I think Berryhill's one of the better teams that we'll see all year.
Well, Barrett, this has been fun. We'll do this all week.
Hey, sounds great.